Okay, guys, so last video's. I don't even remember what the last video was. I have short-term memory loss or something. But since the last time, I have made this beautiful enchantment room. Yeah, there's really not much to show in here. Books, canvas, that's all. That's all. However, I also did just come from the Nether. I always forget to make intros, so I always wind up making them after. So I just got back from the Nether, and I put all the stuff I got into this chest, which I'm not going to open right now because it would be like a spoiler. Yeah. So, um. Yeah, I don't really know. I made a raid farm. That's pretty much like the biggest thing here. I made a raid farm. Boom. Totems. I'm invincible. Look at that. Diamond armor. Really took a hit in the Nether. The raid farm's like all across that ocean. I'm not going over there right now. I have, to do that though, to go to the raid farm, it took forever because, or not to go to the raid farm, to go get the thing, the bad omen effect, because the closest outpost that I could find was like 1,200 blocks away. So I had to go over there. Like, I'm showing the clip right now of me killing them and how so many of them spawned. They took down an iron golem in a matter of seconds. It was terrifying. Never going back there again now that I have a raid farm. Okay, it's Nether time. I got some decent diamond armor. I got some healing potions, a bunch of totems. Move that down there. Got some gold, food, and some powdered snow. So, time to go find the fortress, and yeah, time to go do that. Do the whole Nether thing. I feel like I forgot something. I'm sure it'll be fine. I kind of want to find. I'm not wearing anything gold. So I kind of want to try to find the piglin first, so I can get some potions of fire resistance. But it looks like all the piglins around me are zombies. Yeah. Let's go look over this hill. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Oh, okay. Ow. Really? Yeah, fuck you. Take the gold. Wow, this is useless as hell. That's all it's getting. Ooh, leather. I need leather. Rather have a fire resistance potion there. Those work. Those are helpful. And that's not quite. We're close. Getting close there. Still not quite. Ooh, there we go. I just need one. Just in case. I would try speed bridging, but I think I would definitely fall. Terrible fortress. Hell yeah. So, okay. now that I'm in a very stressful situation, Nona's probably gonna die. I figured, oh no, I think my inventory is full, one, but I've been thinking how, I don't know, so, I don't know how to put this to make me sound good. I just, nope. I've realized that some of my videos, particularly the last couple, have been a little bit on the more boring side. Mostly because it's just me describing my gameplay, which I don't really need to do since y'all got eyes. And yeah, so I don't know. I'm gonna try to think of like stories to tell while I'm playing. Like good stories, not like some boring stories, but like I almost hit that pigman. But stories like interesting ones, I guess. Like I can't, and it's hard to come up with stories if I'm being honest, because my life is just not that like interesting. But I think there's a few stories. The hard part is finding stories that it's like that don't like get too personal. Because I have some pretty good stories. They're pretty interesting. The problem is that like I don't want these stories on the internet for a few different reasons. One of which is that some stories involve illegal activities that I don't want to get arrested. But weed's legal now, right? Yeah, weed's legal. I think weed's fine. I don't really have any long, interesting weed stories, but let's see. I don't actually smoke a lot. Gosh, I did not. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I don't smoke a lot at all actually, because I used to vape and I stopped doing that. That's bullshit. It's kind of almost too easy. Yeah, I used to vape, I quit, and now I just don't smoke at all. Yeah, so now I don't smoke at all because I used to vape and I stopped, and I actually feel a lot healthier now that I stopped, so I don't really want to now go back and smoke. But so I said I don't smoke, but there's other ways. I got edibles. I get student discounts at my school. It's great. I love it. But yeah. So the first time I got high, I was actually really, really drunk too, which isn't a good combination your first time, especially if you're getting high off an edible, because an edible high is so much different. It's like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just so much more nauseating mixed with alcohol. And I'm not condoning any drug activity here. It's bad. I like a good edible every now and then, you know, before sleep. I'm not a stoner. I'm not getting high all the time. But at the same time, I don't really have to justify that to anyone. Oh, I'm spiraling today. It's a mixture. I'm trying to get like
2 stacks of blaze rods.
Which is so hard to do. I have my shield up. I have a looting sword. Why the fuck am I using an axe? I'm just gonna start using this. You'll see. Spawning in fast. Sit right here. That was intense. What potatoes at? Should I use this? See if the potatoes is back up. But yeah, I keep getting completely sidetracked from the story. I'm so sorry. I'm losing my mind today. But so yeah, the first time I got high, I was very drunk. It was off, and this was like my first time with like a lot of weed. It's like this was like first week into college. So before college, like I hit my friend's pen maybe once or twice. There was like really nothing. It wasn't really a lot, but I got horribly high and very sick. I got so here's how the night went. Alright, I'll play and I'll go into details. So it was Thursday. Yeah, it was Thursday, Thirsty Thursday, and I decided it would be a great idea to. And I had my own pen at this time to start ripping my pen before I started drinking. Always, because I always smoke before I drink. At the time. So at the time, I was ripping my pen. I was a little high, you know. I don't really stay high off carts for very long. It only lasts about 20 minutes. It was a DM cart too, so it's like not that strong. But so I was pretty high, and then I was like, okay, time to start drinking. But before I could start drinking, one of my friends, she said, I have edibles. Who wants one? I was like, okay, sure, whatever. And I've never taken an edible before. I didn't know what to expect. She just said it'll hit you in like 30 minutes. I was like, okay, whatever. So I take the edible, and it was a pretty big one. But I did the whole thing, easy peasy. And I started drinking, and I kept, it didn't hit me for a while, so I kept hitting my pen, and I was like, I'm not feeling anything. And then out of absolutely nowhere, everything just hit me at once, and I was just laying in my bed. It felt like I was upside down in my bed. It was awful. Like, I don't get motion sickness, but that's what motion sickness, that's like the best I can describe it. I felt like I was moving, but I wasn't. I was just flipping upside down in my bed. It was awful. I was tweaked. So, and at the time, there were like, there had to be There was no more than 20 people in my room, maybe 20. They might be pushing it, but it was definitely more than 15. So it's a dorm room too, so it's loud. So I got the noise. I can feel the vibration from the sounds of the people speaking in my room. And I'm just like, oh my god. This is the worst thing ever. So I decided that I just couldn't move. I was like, I could not function as a human being. So I'm laying there, my friend's talking to me, she's speaking, and I'm just like, I'm not there. I'm on a different plane of existence at this time. And I don't know. I'm picking up parts of what she's saying, and I don't know if I'm answering her back. She keeps talking as if I am, but I don't feel anything moving. I'm like, am I talking right now? I don't know. So the most I could hear myself like speak was like a groan, just cause like it was loud, the light was on, it was bright, it was hot in the room, which is bright, hot, and loud are not the things you want when you are completely tweaked. And at the time I was green. Like I went way past my limit. So I was laying in bed, and then about a few minutes later, someone else who also took an edible starts puking. Luckily, all in a trash can. But I'm like, oh, that sucks. Usually it would phase me usually, but like if I see someone throwing up, I'm like, oh my god, throw up. Not this time. This time I was just like, that sucks. And then I just like, I didn't even move my head to look. I just kind of like moved my eyeballs to like get peripheral view. Cause like I was out of body at the time. It was awful. But about I don't know, 30 minutes after he starts puking, I get really nauseous, and I go from being a full-on vegetable in my bed to sitting up and sprinting to that same trash can this man's puking in. And I can't throw up in front of people, so I was just kind of sitting there heaving, which is arguably worse. But I'm trying to get other skulls at the same time here. I'm just like kneeling on the floor. My legs are shaking because I can't feel my body, but I'm still moving, so I'm like, it feels like I'm floating, I'm like shifting, I'm like shaking, having a stroke. But all at the same time, I'm like, I have full function of my brain knowing that I need to go to the bathroom. So I crawl. I don't stand up. I like crouch walk to the bathroom door and just go inside, and I just sat in the bathroom stall on the floor for like, it was like 9 a.m. or not 9 a.m., 9 p.m. when I like got out of my bed and started almost throwing up. I was like in the bathroom, I was like in and out. I was like throwing up every like 5 minutes. It was a horrible experience. But after throwing up for a bit and drinking before that, you don't have a lot of liquid in your body, so your throat starts to get dry, it starts to hurt, and about an hour or two, and maybe, I don't know, it's kind of hard to timestamp this entire event here. About an hour or two in, I'm like, I was so dehydrated, like, I wasn't even puking anymore. It was just like, there was just no liquid in my body. It was horrible. And I was like sitting there, because like I was still dry heaving, which was painful because my throat was so dry. So I'm like sitting in the bathroom, and the only water in sight is the toilet water, which I flushed, so it's kind of clean. What's the worst that can happen? I don't know. I get sick as hell the next morning, but at least I won't die of dehydration, right? Luckily, so I was seriously debating maybe I should just drink this toilet water if it's for survival, and it's amazing. It's amazing what someone will do to survive. It really is, because I thought I was gonna die in that bathroom. Thank God I didn't have my phone on me, because I would 100% have called an ambulance. But I didn't drink toilet water. I was almost there. I'll admit, I was so close. I was like on the edge. I was ready to just start scooping that toilet water into my mouth. That's how bad it was. That's how down bad I was for water. Like, it was horrible. Luckily, someone came in to check on me at the right time when I was like somewhat conscious and able to form a somewhat full sentence. Asked me like if I need anything, because I've been in here for like hours, and all I could see was like water. Please, water. I got a water bottle. Thank God, could have been a lot worse. But I got the water bottle, drank a lot of water. I needed it. Made me feel so much better. Threw up still a few times, but after that, I just kind of like fell asleep there. I woke up with my face stuck to the toilet. It was like 3 a.m. I was like, okay, well, time to go to bed. I got out, there was like a bunch of other people like just in my room. I need to get rid of something in inventory here. What can I get rid of? Yeah, come here, your head. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm 100% gonna die. So I didn't drink toilet water, thank God. When I went outside though to go to bed, I was there was a bunch of people in my room. Luckily no one was in my bed, it was just like my roommate and like someone in my roommate's or other friend in his bed with him. A couple people on the floor. So everyone's passed out, either high, drunk, or both. And I was still not sober at this time. I was still very much but I had enough common sense to go. I was like, I had enough common sense to know that I was okay. I was like a healthy amount of fucked up now. But I just went to bed. Woke up the next morning. Not hungover. It's pretty. Woke up the next morning, yeah. Lucky to be alive, yes. But I stopped smoking for a bit after that. I needed a little break. So that's my first greening out story. I know that was kind of all over the place. I'm not a great storyteller. I get sidetracked a lot, especially when I'm speaking. It's like I talk too fast. But yeah. Okay. Got 2 stacks of blaze rods. We made it back. Very low on health, but we made it back. There we go. Look at that. But yeah, here's my enchantment place. I got books and stuff over here. I got an anvil. That thing. I keep my lapis in these. I don't have a lot of lapis though right now. Yeah, it's a pretty great place. I'm proud of it. nice. But I lost my pack of snow, which is kinda sad. I don't have enough chest space for all this stuff. Jesus. I'm gonna start brewing potions too, because I'm gonna need to prepare for the end. But yeah. I don't know what's next. I guess brewing potions make it next, I guess. Fixing my diamond armor, which means I'm gonna go get diamonds. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be taking a break from the Minecraft content for a while. I don't know, I've just been grinding this world out for so much, you know, like, look around, it's pretty great what I've built here. Took a lot of materials to do this, and I don't know, I'm just kind of burnt out from the game, so I think the next episode of this, or the next part, or whatever, it will probably be me going to the end. And if you're thinking like, oh, what about your potion making and all that, I think I'm just gonna do that all off camera, because I don't know, I'll probably just hop on the world every, I don't know, probably like once a week for like an hour. And maybe I'll do some clips like I did with the off-camera mining thing, but it's just, it won't be enough content to like make a video out of anything really. So I think that's what I'm gonna do with this whole thing. So next video is gonna be going to the end. It's gonna be like the finale of me beating the Ender Dragon or dying to it. One of the two. We'll find out. I don't know. Yeah. Until then, enjoy some of my COD videos that are gonna be coming out soon, or Fortnite. I don't know. One of the two or both.